My nigga. My nigga.
Welcome back to the first episode of season 2 Gentsmen podcast. I'm your host, Ray, where I'm a realist and someone you can relate to. Happy New Year. I'm back. Sorry for the wait. If you're still doing New Year's resolutions, I just wondering, have you already given up? You know what I'm saying? I bet somewhere, I know I seen somewhere where somebody was like, they drove by the gym, gotta take baby steps. That shit was mad funny. But it's been a while, um, much longer than what I initially said it was going to be on the last episode of season 1. But well, shit happens. You feel me? Um, I said I was going to Detroit. I ended up going, obviously, to the Lions Cowboys game. Eh, You know, based off of it's been a while. You already know. I watched my team lose, but it happens. Happens, unfortunately. Thanksgiving, came and went. I was so close to, coming back, giving y'all season 2 early, but then I was like, nah, Christmas is coming up. Probably gonna be inconsistent, so I just waited on it. But I got a lot planned for this season. Like guests, I'm gonna have some segments I'm gonna implement and much more. But to make up for all that, got a little story time. But first, let me say, topics on this podcast will range from sex, sports, relationships, music, etc. So it will be explicit sometimes. And we all grown. With that being said, here we go. Have you ever experienced friendly fire? Have you? All right, so y'all probably like, what's friendly fire? So last week, I thought it's New Year's, you know, New Year's Eve. I thought, why not have a woman come over and see what happens, have a couple of drinks, bring in the new year together. Since I've been single, right? So to cut a long story short, we had to, we got to the grown folks conversation. We had this explicit conversation, and I asked, what all dudes ask, we like to know, what have you done and what have you not done? And what's some stuff you wishing to do? You know what I mean? So she told me something she ain't never tried and something that she wanted to do. So she was like, I've always wanted to see what it feels like to be Gucci Man. And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, get the cream, no cone. So I was like, okay, I see what you're talking about. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna lay down, just gonna lay down, right? So I'm laying down and she treating the eggplant like a shake weight. You know what I'm saying? And while this was going on, it didn't occur to me like maybe I was laying in, the worst position for an inexperienced person to catch the cream because they ain't experienced it, catching the cream on the face. You feel me? So I had to find out the hard way, the friendly fire way. So I get to the best part of the story, the climax. And it was all lovely. So lovely that I closed my eyes. And you know what it's like when you go outside and it look like it's about to rain. So you look up and you close your eyes and that big ass raindrop hit you on the side of the cheek. Friendly fire, man. I got so mad. I looked at her. I was like, man, give me back my Johnson, bro. Like it shit had me so mad, bro, because I was like, bro, you know how us dudes is, how we feel when we touch our own shit. You feel me? And she was like, what every female says. She was like, but it's yours. But it's like, but I don't want it on my face or anywhere on me. You know what I mean? But Speaking of friendly fire, y'all know what's going on. Donald Trump done got us in some stuff, right? World War III. As some of us believe it may happen or may not happen. And we seen the memes. A lot of them were funny, real funny, especially the future memes. And I seen a post where this one this one soldier, he felt like we shouldn't be making memes. A lot of people lives are at risk that may be coming back, may not be coming back. And some people agree with what Trump did. A lot of us, mostly us sane people, disagree. But when it comes to, because I was former military, when it comes to people risking their lives for the country, it's like you know what you signed up for at the end of the day. It's a prayers out to all of them. You know what you signed up for though. Like if some people want to pat you on the back, some people gonna pat you on the back. Some people ain't gonna pat you on the back. But when it comes down to it, truthfully, you know what you're getting yourself into. When you sign up, when you sign that dotted line, you 18. Now to me, because of all the new laws that's been passed, you can't smoke until you 21. Especially here in Texas, already affect. I think they passed it for the rest of the United States. So I don't know when that's gonna kick in. But it's like if you can't smoke or drink until you 21, I feel like they should change it to where Army recruiters can't come uh, get the kids in high school to sign up. And if they do, they have to have a parent or guardian nearby. Because to me, when I was 18 and I signed my Army contract, I didn't really think about how much that it would affect me. Because every contract is 8 years. They'll tell you, oh, you do your 6 years active, you do your 2 years inactive. Or if you go active duty, you do your 3 years active, and then you do your 5 years inactive. But as a kid, a 18-year-old or a 17-year-old, you don't fully take into consideration that time that you would have to spend doing that until it started becoming inconvenient. That's when you think about like, dang, bro, I got to do this 3 more years. I wanted to move to a whole nother state, but I don't feel like going through that paperwork process because you know the Army slogan is hurry up and wait. So I think people need to think about that more. Like especially if you over 18, if you 21 or something, signing up for any type of branch of the military, you need to think about your decisions. You need to think about what country you're serving. You need to think about that 8 year contract is going to span multiple presidents. So you never know who you're going to get up in there. And most Republican presidents are known to go to war. And a lot of military people like Republican presidents because some of them join the military just to be able to kill somebody, if we're going to keep it 1,000. So I feel like you should understand the ramifications of what you're doing when you sign that dotted line. You're signing your life away. And until you know what it feels like to sign your life away, you probably ain't going to be able to understand. When you can't do stuff that you want to do, you got to dress a certain way, you got to act a certain way. Um, Technically, when you military, you can't even speak out against the president. So that's that. And then a lot of people say they sign up for the benefits. I think there's way, 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 way more avenues you can go about it than to go about getting great benefits without having to do the military. Hell, you could be a truck driver. I'm a truck driver now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people I see that's Army Reserve end up being a truck driver. But it's like that's one of the ways to make way more money than in the military, unless you get some rank. But specialists, PFC, private first class, which is basically an E3. Then you got your E2, PV, blah, blah, blah. If you ain't a sergeant, you ain't really making money. And even sergeants, some of them ain't really making money. You know what I'm saying? As a truck driver, you could touch 60,000 your first year and have good benefits. Are you putting your life on the line? Yes, because, people drive crazy. In the military, are you putting your life on the line? Of course. A lot of people thought that, hey, when we joined in a peaceful time, ain't really got to worry about no war. But you never know what could pop off. You never know what could kick off. So I feel like If you're gonna make the decisions, understand what you're getting yourself into, but as well, don't look for sympathy because you signed up. It'd be different if we was getting drafted, but we not. So I think people don't think about the decision they're making until everything hits the fan. Until, oh dang, we might be going to war. It might be a World War III. And I think truly, if we actually did have a World War III, it's the draft that's coming back. It's not gonna be enough people to go around if we're gonna keep it 1,000. So you gotta understand, we gotta understand and make better decisions and not do it because we want a retirement fund or we want good benefits. And at the end of the day, we know what type of country we when you're in the military, who you fighting for. You're fighting for a country that's not what people keep saying we fighting for our freedom. We're not fighting for our freedom. We fighting to expand our territory. Everybody knows by now that even Dave Chappelle had it on his skits on the Dave Chappelle show. We know that the Iraqi war, besides the 9/11 attack, was fought because we wanted their oil. Also, the vice president, Dick Cheney, made a lot of money off of it as a basically signing his company up as a private contractor. So you know what we dealing with. You know what type of country this is. You know we do BS. We like to say, oh, that country look like they ain't free. We want them to be like us. But we know we ain't really truly free over here anyway, especially as black people. So I urge people to start actually thinking about their actions instead of just thinking about benefits. It's other ways to go about them benefits. UPS got good benefits. FedEx got good benefits. Go deliver a package for life. You know what I'm saying? Get some good benefits that way. But if you're gonna sign your life up, basically sign away your rights to your life. You know, if you're gonna be GI Joe, you know what GI Joe stand for? Government issue, because you become government property. We're gonna keep it real. But like I said, look forward to guests. I'm gonna have some guests. I'm gonna have some local artists. I'm gonna have try to get some entrepreneurs. I want to get some sex therapists. I want to get, this might be pushing it, maybe some entertainers, some female entertainers, but all types of stuff because I want to cover a wide range of topics. I want to see where everybody mindset is. I want to see the different perspectives, the different lifestyles, all that. You know, I'm trying to do positive things, but we can do positive things without just being all goody two shoes about it. You feel me? So, and definitely, we're gonna definitely talk about sports and music. Love music. Um, Poets. Try to get some poets on here. Give y'all some poetry. But for now, that's all I got. I know this was a short episode. These episodes will be live streamed. I'm gonna try to do them on Sundays between 6 and like 9 p.m. But I will definitely send out a tweet. So you gotta follow me on Twitter, Ray Gentsmen, RayGentsmen. Also Instagram, Gentsmen Podcast, GentsmenPodcast. So follow me on there. Keep up with everything. And I'm out.